Welcome guys to another exciting episode of Autostop Reviews, and this time around it is about something we've all eyed in the past couple of days, weeks and months, patiently waiting for the reveal of the figures for the Nissan 400 so we can pit it against its peers and see how it stacks up. These numbers that we're about churning out are not concreted though, but at the very least it gives us a firm grip of the side-by-side imagery of this long-awaited quandary. The new 400Z goes up against the likes of the Mazda MX-5 Miata, the Toyota GR86 and then the Subaru BRZ. Both vehicles are unveiled here, and possibly the Supra, the BMW Z4 and the Audi TT. If you are not privy to the GR86 and the BRZ, kindly use the link on my top left corner to access it. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy content like this, kindly slap a thumbs up and turn your notification bell on for more content like this. We'd like to say a big thank you to you lovely folks out there. Without you, we are just another bunch of chaps trying. Ahead of the official market launch in 2022, this is everything we know about the new 2022 Nissan 400Z, or better yet, the Nissan 370 New. Let's start with the styling and work our way down to the expected price range and safety features. In front of you is the Z Prototype that we are talking about, which we believe would become the next generation, Z series. It sure looks like the 370Z because it carries on, and I think each generation has done similar. The current Nissan 370Z is over 10 years old, and while we're still alive to drive it, it is long overdue for retirement. I hope you guys agree. The new Z car will be the 7th generation in an iconic lineup that stretches back to the Nissan Fairlady Z from the 1969s. I hope you do remember that vehicle. The next generation, we expect it to be called the 400Z. That's how come we've used it all along, okay? And that is based on the recently unveiled Nissan Z Prototype that we are looking at behind. Yes, when you come to think of the styling, take a look and let's talk about it, okay? It carries tradition with a modern slang. That's how we simply put it. So the Z Prototype was unveiled with a heavily heritage-inspired design that stays true to the 6 prior generations of the Z car. So just let's go have a look at the 6 generations lineup, and you realize that each generation carries on and on and on until where we are, and that is why we believe the heritage has been kept and is ongoing. While the dimensions and overall shape are similar to that of the 370Z, this one measures 172.5 inches in length and 72.8 inches in width. The design elements are all a throwback in experience. The teardrop headlights are inspired by the original Datsun 240Z, yes, that particular one on your left, as its bright yellow Pelsen paint. The tail lights and the rear end design, meanwhile, are derived from the 300ZX, brought into modern era with LED elements. Now you see modern touches on it, which brings it into play with LED daytime running lights, carbon fiber accents, and inside there is a digital instrumentation cluster and broad touch screen infotainment system, which we'll pay attention to in the next couple of minutes. So basically this is what it is, and that is our opinion of the design language and the style that it comes with. Let's just go ahead. Moving on to engine, I say more power, baby. The current expectation is that the new Z car will share an evolved platform and powertrain with Infinity's Q60 Coupe. Nissan has already confirmed with the Z Prototype that the new sports car will feature a twin-turbo V6, which is expected to be the same unit in the Q60. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo unit generates 300 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque in the base form, compared to the current 370Z's naturally aspirated V6 engine, which makes a whopping 332 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. However, rumor has it that the 400Z will live up to its name with 400 horsepower on the top. That could mean that Nissan will go straight for the 400 horsepower version of the twin-turbo V6 that is currently exclusively available in the red sport badged Q50 and Q60 models. With Nismo versions in the pipeline, as well as possible electrification further down the line, The future iterations of the 400Z may exceed that figure that we are talking about right now. So the next question I'm going to ask myself is, how do you put all that power to the ground? You need a transmission that is capable and, roll your own gears. Is that what you guys are preaching for? Of course, fans of the Z brand gave a synchronized cheer when a recent teaser from Nissan confirmed that the Z Prototype would debut with 3 pedals and a 6-speed manual gearbox, right? The cheers were all over. The prospect of analog involvement was further amplified by the confirmation of a mechanical handbrake. Upon launching the Z Prototype, Nissan confirmed that the manual gearbox was integral to the spirit of the Z car. And this is what Hiroshima Tamura, product specialist of the Z Prototype, said. The Z has always been a strong dynamic performer, making it easy for customers to enjoy its capabilities and feel as connected as possible. This has been through all its generations, and this is what drives our passion to innovate and challenge the norm. Of course, not all you buyers out there will want a manual gearbox, and so Nissan will cater for you. There is likely going to be a 370Z with an automatic gearbox to be present in the production lineup, but whether this is a traditional slash box or a dual clutch transmission, automatic transmission, remains to be seen, people. It remains to be seen, people. Let's go have a look at the interior, which has also received a huge, humongous upgrade, bringing this car into modernity, bringing it into the 21st century, right? So the current 370Z's interior is the area that shows its age the most. I hope you guys do agree with me. The Z's Prototype interior is a marked departure that brings the Z car into the 21st century in fine style. What have they done? Well, maintaining throwback elements here to, like, a steering wheel based on the earlier generations, the triple gauge cluster atop the center dash. I hope you've seen that. But aside from the manual shift lever, 3 pedals, and mechanical handbrake lever, it is a new digital experience for the new Z. Analog gauges are tossed out in favor of a 13.3-inch digital instrument cluster. That is what you're looking there, with a pronounced tachometer standing proud in the center of it. Then again, you have a slightly smaller touchscreen display on the center stack, which hosts infotainment, but certain controls still remain analog, such as climate control dials. We are also expecting a full smartphone integration with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and Nissan's latest Nissan Connect user interface. Of course, navigation will, we don't know yet, but will be an option probably, and premium audio will likely be engineered by Bose. That is not the only thing that has been done to the interior. You take a particular look at the interior, the Z Prototype's drivers will now focus on the road ahead of them with the leather and Alcantara bucket seats, a cockpit-like feel, and then just a single cup holder on the center console. I wonder what you do with this single cup holder, but at least you have been given as a cup holder. Yes. Well, with safety and driver assistant features, I'll just brush on a few that we think will be present, and the 400Z will likely showcase Nissan's latest driver assistant features, but high-tech party pieces are expected to remain optional. You look at key safety features, and that would include standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection. We're also thinking that there will be lane departure warning with lane keep assist, and then possibly adaptive cruise control. Let me just move on and brush through pricing and arrival. And we are expecting a price hike over the current generation 370Z Coupe with a manual package, which starts off at $31,040 to somewhere in the mid-40 range, $40,000 range for a starting price. And to justify this price tag, the 400Z will up the stakes with more luxurious features, improved performance, and more desirable styling as conversed, all of which will also help it move from the Mazda MX-5 Miata, the Toyota GR86, and the Subaru BRZ playing field to compete with the likes of the Supra, the BMW Z4, and the Audi TT. Okay, it will benefit roughly and wrongly in the court of public opinion from being Nissan's own machine rather than riding on another company's technology like Toyota Supra, sharing BMW and GR86 and BRZ and the Pinins. Okay, as far as arrival is concerned, the Z Prototype is likely to be a glimpse of the Z car for some time ahead. The production Nissan 400Z is only expected to debut in 2022 as a 2023 year model. Other variants will follow, including the Nismo variant, the convertible, and probably a hybrid or fully electrified versions. And warranty is Nissan's basic warranty that it does. Okay, so basically this is what we know so far that we think will give us a fair idea for us to be able to pitch this to the other cars in the sports segment. We are thankful for you coming here, and stay tuned for bye-bye.